When we talk about the greatest filmmakers of all time, filmmakers like Ingmar Bergman, Federico Fellini, Andrei Tarkovsky, Jean-Luc Godard, Francois Truffaut, Louis Buñuel, Stanley Kubrick, and Alfred Hitchcock, there is one name that you should add to this list. That is Akira Kurosawa, a Japanese filmmaker. He has been an inspiration to many filmmakers. A classic film like The Magnificent Seven was inspired by Akira Kurosawa's Seven Samurai. Most of Akira Kurosawa's films are almost perfect, but his Seven Samurai and the one this video is about, Rashomon, are true masterpieces. Rashomon is Akira Kurosawa's career's most important film because this film gave him world recognition. He became internationally famous because of Rashomon. Rashomon came out in 1950, so yeah, it's a post-World War film, and you can see the reflection of war in the writing and visuals of this film. Rashomon Gate itself looks like it has been bombed and destroys is a direct reflection of war. Akira Kurosawa was born in 1910, so he has seen and survived both the World War, and you can feel this in his filmography. His writing is very cynical, which is understandable according to the circumstances. Do you know why World War II happened? It happened because someone thought that he and his race is superior to other human beings. World War II happened because of superiority complex. War is a vehicle of destruction. A lot of people die in wars. A lot of innocent people die in wars. War brings nothing but destruction. War brings out the evil in humans. And of course, who has seen all this destruction, his work will be influenced by it. That's why you see the reflection of war in Rashomon. This film has this concept of evil humanity. The dialogues in this film consciously or subconsciously represent humans are liars or evil. Dialogues such as humans are liars, men are weak, and they even lie to themselves. Well, that's kind of true. Even in the end, Rashomon raises the question of who is eviler. A couple who enjoyed having intercourse, but when a child is born, they abandon the child. The only surviving chance that a newborn has is his blanket, but then a guy comes in and snatches the infant's blanket. So who is evil? The parents who abandon the child to die, or the person who snatches the blanket and takes away the last chance of that infant's survival? I'm not going to tell you who is eviler. You should answer it for yourself. What do you believe in? What's your perspective? And the perspective is the biggest theme of this film. This film shows us four different points of view of four different people of the same story. A man has been murdered and his wife has been raped. This incident is shown from four different viewpoints. First, Tajumaru, a bandit, point of view is shown, who has been arrested for murder. Then the woman whose husband is murdered, her point of view is shown. She might have been assaulted too, raped. And I'm using the word might because it's not clear what's the truth. We are just seeing their point of view. Anyone can be a liar, and that's the beauty of this film. Then the murdered man's point of view is shown. His spirit uses a medium to tell his story. And at last, the man who first saw the body informed the police about the murder. His point of view is shown. Look, when anyone tells a story, especially the one in which he is also a part, he will always portray himself as a good guy, showing his struggles, or portraying himself as a victim to justify his acts. For example, you must have seen some biopics. Have you noticed that they always show good parts or struggling days or playing the victim card to justify their vicious acts? It's like if you want to clear your image, make a biopic and simply hide your bad deeds. Now look, what do you expect from a bandit? What type of a guy he would be, and how would he will represent himself in his story? Of course, as the masculine guy who's very smart and cunning. That's what he says. He says that he effortlessly handles the man and impresses the women with his masculinity and charm. He deceives the man and ties him with a rope only to show that man's wife that her husband is not strong as him. Then he forcibly kisses that man's wife and she suddenly gets impressed by the bandit. See how he's portraying himself as a ladies' man, and the woman is now embarrassed that she was with the two men at the same time. So she asks the bandit to kill her husband and then she can be with him. The bandit then cuts the rope, gives the man a sword, gives the man a fair chance, and then easily kills him. See how he's portraying himself as the macho man. However, the reality is very different. Now let's talk about the women. Well, in her story, she portrays herself as a victim. According to her, a bandit, after assaulting her, he leaves and her husband refuses to accept her because She has been touched by another man. She cries and then faints. And when she comes back to her senses, she realizes her husband is dead. So she does not know how her husband died. Now the dead man's chance. His spirit appears and talks through the medium, portraying himself as a great man. He says he killed himself because he was unable to protect his wife. He failed as a husband. See how everyone in this story portrays themselves. They are clever as foxes. I will not talk about the fourth man's perspective who informed the police about the murder and what he saw, because I want you to watch this film. Rashomon is so good, but still there are some things I want to talk about. Like after hearing everyone, I conclude that everyone is telling a half truth, mixing it with lies. There is some truth in their story, like the men did fight with each other. However, it's not the kind of fight you expect. It's looked like they have never been in a fight. Their bodies were shivering, they were running in opposite direction. It was funny. This makes it understandable why the bandit was trying so hard to portray himself as a masculine guy and why the husband says that he killed himself. He's a coward. They both are just pretending to be strong and great. And you can't even trust the fourth person because he's a thief too. How do you know he's not lying? Rashomon is the kind of a film that after watching a few times repeatedly, you will uncover the real truth once you try to match what everyone says. Rashomon highlights toxic masculinity and women issues. For that era, it was revolutionary. Rashomon is visually excellent, the camera work is too good for that time, and the long shots look amazing. It was not easy at that time, there were technical limitations, still Akira Kurosawa achieved great heights. I enjoyed the background score of the film, especially in one scene where he who informs the police about the murder is going to the jungle. Oh boy, that scene has some badass score. Performance is bit over the top at some places, but you have to keep in mind that with different cultures and regions, style of acting also changes. What's common in Hollywood might be rare in Japan. I'll be honest with you, I enjoyed this film and I want you to check out this film. It's a must watch. So it's time to wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button and support us on the YouTube journey by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching.